So it's raining right now, and I've shown you guys pretty often my manzana de agua tree, and here it is now. Half of it just came down. It's huge, and at first I thought I got lucky and it didn't do any damage to the sheep shelter. Well, luckily it didn't do any damage to the sheep shelter where the sheep are, but it completely ruined my overhang roof here. So that's kind of a bummer. It was one of my favorite fruits out here. Meanwhile, also the sheep got scared and ran through there. It's electric netting, but it's not electrified, so I use it just as a lane. But they ran through it. Most of them are under the barn, covered out of the rain. A few of them went to the back pasture, which I would rather they weren't in. I haven't cleared that of cow grass that is affecting them, so I might try and move them out of there. I'm just trying to keep the camera covered from the rain more than myself. I'm pretty wet already. But everything else out here seems fine. It's not raining hard, and it's not windy, so I'm not sure what caused the tree to come down, but it's down. Most of it's down. So everything else out here is doing just fine. So this tree did more damage than I thought. I think it's going to be okay. They're going to cut it down. Today is Saturday. They're going to cut it down Monday, or at least this part. He'll probably also evaluate the rest of the tree. But it kind of dropped this side, and now it won't latch. They're waiting for some hay. And then I will have to fix the roof over there. But thank God we had already reinforced this roof, because that probably did help it a little, even though it didn't fall on it. We added 2 beams. We doubled the reinforcement. So that's good. I'm going to get them hay, finish up with the chickens. I'm almost done. And then I'm carrying around my phone with my charger, because my phone had died, and I just bought a truck. So I am waiting for my truck to be delivered. I think they'll be here in about half an hour. I bought a used farm truck. Do I need one? It's probably a good thing to have. I do have the phone number of someone that'll transport animals, but I just, not knowing a lot of people around here still. I've lived here for 2 years. I know a lot of people, but I can't just call someone because my Spanish is so poor that it's hard for me to say, hey, can you transport some animals today? And I've had a few when the sheep were giving birth and stuff. I had one that I thought maybe was an emergency, and I could not get her to the vet, and the vet needed 2 days to get to me. And so I just decided that I would buy a truck. I was also having car issues these past few months. That's actually been fixed, but it made me think I'm so, not really remote. I can walk to a bus, but I'm remote enough that I thought it would be good to have a second car. Plus my sister was thinking about coming out to visit soon, and she wants to go to a yoga retreat that's pretty remote and not easy to get to by bus. So I'm figuring they could come here first. This is probably the first she's hearing of my idea. But they could come here, do Panama City, come out to the farm for a few days, and then take my car, go to the yoga retreat, and then from there drive back to Panama City. And I can take the bus to Panama City pretty easily to pick up my car and meet them out there. As I wait for the truck to deliver, and it's getting dark, I thought I'd show you Blanca. I don't think you could see her. I'm going to walk over there, but it'll probably make her move. But she sits up there all night and barks, it seems. Blanca. This is a ramp to load cows onto trucks. And this is really her throne. Right, Blanca? So, they also spend a lot of time out in those fields. Yeah, so she'll go out. I assume that's where Baby and Mama are right now, but they might have gone home with Ray. So the truck came really late at night. Well, it wasn't really late, but it was really dark. So you couldn't see it. But here is my new truck. I really bought it so that I can transport the sheep if I need to. I'm kind of thinking I might expand my sheep herd in the next year or two, and then and we'll see how we go from there. But it's an older truck, but it's in pretty good shape. It needs to be cleaned out, but that's not a big deal. It could stand a new paint job back here, but I can probably do that. It is 4x4. It has a snorkel, which I haven't really needed, but good to have. I am going to take that off the front somehow. I got to figure that out. Inside is not in great shape, but again, it's an older truck. Let's see if I could even open it. Oh, yeah. So you can see it's not in great shape inside. Oh, that might mean the AC doesn't work. I didn't even ask about that. But it's not in horrendous shape. Oh, is this the second key? I don't know what this is a key to. You can see the window, the knob isn't here, but that's good enough for me. So I bought this truck so I can transport the sheep. And in case of emergency, if my car isn't working, I was having car trouble. I finally got it all fixed, but it took a while. I was having trouble with the suspension, and it's finally fixed. It runs really well now. I'll bring this truck to the same guy, I think. They said it's going to need new brakes soon. I did have a mechanic review it, but I think it's pretty good. And I didn't spend a lot on it. So it does have 2 doors for the back, which you see a lot of them don't. It also has a top if needed. I don't really know why I would use the top, but it's there. The other great thing, as I was saying earlier, just in case that doesn't get into the video, the other great thing is if I have family here, they can take my car for a few days to go to some of the touristy or expat areas for a few days, and I can use the truck if I need it. So it gives me a lot of flexibility, and it keeps me out of any problems if I have trouble with my car. Other than the truck, I thought I'd just do a quick update on a few things. This is my fig tree. It seems to want to grow laterally, not up, but it's got a ton of figs on it, and I'm going to leave it. I know that it might not be a bad idea to remove the fruit and let it focus on rooting and have more strength, but I think it's going to do just fine here. We've got a long season. It doesn't have to root before it gets cold or anything. So, and we've got, more than 6 months till the rainy season, really 7 months till the rainy season ends. So it should be fine. I'm going to see what the fruit does, and we'll see how it goes. Trying to think if there's nothing new really anywhere on the farm. We spent the week cutting grass, which takes a lot of time here. Part of the reason I want to expand my sheep flock is just because I'll be able to manage the grass better that way. My other option is to get a milk cow, which I've always wanted, but that adds so much work to the farm. And adding a few more sheep, even doubling my herd, is not going to add much more work. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm planning on breeding them to give birth sometime in April or May of next year, probably May, although their conditioning should be great either way. So we'll go April, May, let's say, of next year. So I've got a full year before too much on the farm changes. So I think we'll be focusing on cleaning things up, getting the garden going, and having a quiet year maybe. Let's go inside the covered garden and see what we have. I actually see a butterfly in there, which is not ideal. Don't know how it got in, but I'm going to try and help it get out. There it is. It's a butterfly or a moth, I can't tell. It's actually quite pretty, but I'm sure it creates havoc in here, so let's see if we can get it out without getting other bugs in. Ah! Quick update on the garden is that I desperately need to weed in here. So I have very little of what should be growing in here. This is all weeds. But I did have some, oh yeah, this is a pepper plant. Gosh, I know I had a few the other day, but I only see that one right now. And I'll come in right after I'm done on showing you guys things, and I will weed because it needs to be done. The guys work so hard on this, I don't want it to go to waste. Next year, I will be putting down weed barrier with holes and planting in the holes. So that will be beneficial. I do have some okra going. This is my okra. Here. This is not okra, I'm pretty sure. This is okra. This is not okra. Don't know what that is. I thought this was radishes, but I don't think so. Where are my radishes? I think I didn't start planting them till here. I still have okra coming up here as well. But I do also have, I did have radishes the other day unless something ate them. I'm going to have to double check, but I don't see them. Oh, I do have radishes. They start here. I must have started them here. I overlap. So these are radishes. Here's a radish. I think this is a radish. I could be wrong with that, but these, I think those are radishes. And then I planted celery here. I don't see coming up, but my seeds were old. I planted garlic chives here, but I don't see that coming up. Again, my seeds were old. And I planted basil down here, and I don't see that coming up, and those seeds were old. So I may go ahead and plant some watermelon. It doesn't look like it's going to rain tonight, so I'll probably come through and weed here. And then if it does start to look like it's going to rain, I'll go ahead and plant. But everything else on this side are all weeds, pretty much. So we'll dig all that up and get that out and keep plugging away. I can't believe my peppers seem to be gone. I think this is a pepper and this is a pepper. And these look very similar, but I think those are weeds. So I'm going to have to check. Peppers have they start with two long, thin leaves. So I'm going to have to figure out where the peppers went, because I did have some growing. Oh well, we may not have a successful garden again, but we'll see. We have time. We have a long season, so we have time. Let's close up the door. I really need to spend more time with it than I have been. And part of that is there's so much else to do on the farm. This area is looking great. I think someone also keeps going in there. These peppers I really need to take out. They're doing okay. They're not doing well. I have 3 on the other side that are doing fabulously. I put this down to try and kill the grass here so we can plant something else. This is turmeric. This is more oregano. I have tons of oregano. More turmeric. Some culantro. I need to spread that out. I'm going to spread the seeds. I'm going to dig that up and spread the seeds. This is ginger. So it doesn't look that impressive, but if you look at these roots here, I should probably pull that one out. There's a lot of ginger in here. So I think it's time to make some ginger soda. And then I want to spread that out because I could make ginger soda all the time, but I really don't have enough ginger to do it. So I will probably fill in some of this with ginger. And here you guys have seen my air prune bed, but it's doing really well. So these are the ballow trees, which are the trees that make fences here. This is actually a mango, and I planted some little trees under here, which is the, gosh, I keep forgetting what they're called. I'll look that up and let you guys know. But they're doing okay. This is all weeds. Eventually the trees will crowd out the weeds, and I won't even need to weed in here, but right now I probably should, so that the trees aren't competing. This is definitely a weed. And so these are doing really well. This is my moringa. I have way too much in here. I still need to clear that out. And now these are my guanabana. I think I mentioned in another video, and these are my nemesis. These are the bugs that eat all my plants. You can see I have some guanabana that didn't make it, but the ones that are bigger look pretty good right now. So, and I don't think I need to thin this too much. I think they'll grow just tall enough to take up this space, and I could maybe pull this one out, but we're gonna leave them. And then what I'll probably ultimately do is plant some of this guanabana out there, and take down some of the really tall guanabana trees that I cannot get to. And then my orange trees are all doing really well, more so on the other side, the earlier trees. This is my elderberry. It's finally coming in really well. It really struggled. I did not irrigate this. I should pull all this grass away from it so it's not competing with the grass. We'll do that. I don't know what is down here. I must have thrown some paper. I'm assuming I did that. So if I just came out and did more of this weeding around the trees and everything, they'd all do so much better. But for now, and then I need to put some hay down. That would really benefit them, is to have the ground covered but not with grass. So we're hoping that elderberry tree does something. And then I tried to plant in here before, and it didn't work. This is a type of, this is related to the, oh, look at that, look at that. Look at that bug. It's like a stick bug. That's amazing, huh? It's like a praying mantis, maybe? Huh. It's cool. These are flowers related to the ginger, but they're not actually ginger. So we're going to leave those. I like those. And they're not, I don't think they're edible. They're related to both ginger and turmeric and gungal, is it called? But I don't think they're any of those. I'd love to have some shampoo ginger, but that is not what this is. But we're going to leave that, maybe let that expand on its own around here. And that's it for the garden, really. All the other trees are doing great. Like I said, my bananas are doing well. And it does feel like it might rain today. my bananas are doing, no, my bananas are not doing well. Oh, I lost a papaya. I planted those 2 papaya trees with the coffee, the cacao. I'm not going to walk over there right now, but one of the papayas died. So, not a huge problem. But we're going to do some things tomorrow to protect the rest of the trees there. I think the grass is just growing too fast over there. So we've got to fix that. These banana trees didn't produce, and that's fine. I just harvested some plantains. They're very thin because they're from the dry season. And this is now all my ñame. As you can see, some of it's doing super well. And it's growing just about everywhere. I even had some, I think I still do. I tried to pull it out. I think I pulled it out, but I had some growing in the garden. And I pulled that out. So it's doing really well. One of my pineapples died, but the others seem okay. I've got to weed around them, pull the grass back. Same with these 2 trees. This is, I forget what this one is called. But it's a fruit tree. And this is a guava tree. So, and I have a few other guava trees in the yard. And that's about it. Thank you for joining us this week. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to follow along as we homestead here in Panama, please hit the subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified when our next video comes out. We'll see you next week. Bye.